What these other niggas talking, I don't believe that shit. I'm the king cause I said it and I mean that shit. Hey, what's so special about him? Hey, he ain't all that shit. I said the city on fire, you seen that shit. Hey, what these other...
Alright, man. Let me talk to y'all right quick. So, this video is gonna be kind of serious, right? Hold on. This car's kind of loud. So, this video gonna be kind of serious, just a little bit. So, I was thinking, right? Bro, he's going very fast. It's not that serious. You know how, when you about to go to sleep, but some people don't do this. Some people just, soon as they close their eyes, boom, they sleep. But for the people who, like, before you go to sleep, you just sit up and you got to think for, like, 15, 20 minutes. You just be sitting in the dark just thinking. You know, so I was doing that, right? And I was just thinking, like, so many people deal with depression, bro. And I want to see if I can help you out a little bit. If you're going through depression, I want to see if I can help you out a little bit. So, the first thing is, this is for the people who want to stop having depression, by the way, because a lot of people get depression and then, or if they get any little type of upset, they'll get excited about it and, like, so they could brag about it on social media, like, oh my God, popular loner, oh my God, I'm so depressed, or whatever y'all say. So a lot of people are happy to have depression so they could tell people they have depression, that they depressed, whatever. But for the people who are actually trying to change it and not have to deal with it anymore. Now, I don't have all the answers. I don't even think I have half of the answers. Because most of the time, with stuff like this is stuff you kind of have to handle on your own. You gotta, like, over time, you just gotta figure out what's the problem for real on the inside. Like, what's truly wrong. And after you figure out what's truly wrong, you eliminate that out of your life. Then you should get rid of the depression or the problem, you know, whatever got you down. But here's the first thing, because it's not as easy as that sometimes. So here's the first thing. I think the most common form might be people beating themselves up all the time. Because a lot of people, like, they always down in themselves. Like, too critical of yourself. You want everything you do to be right, or you might want everything to be kind of perfect, kind of. And if it doesn't end up being like that, then you just kind of beat yourself up, or you get disappointed in yourself. And here's the thing with, like, beating yourself up all the time. So first thing is, it's already a lot of stuff that you're gonna have to fight with the fact that you're just a human. You already have enough problems. And there's one thing that you have to live with for the rest of your life. There's only one thing that you have to live with. Your mom, your brother, your sister, your child, all that stuff, it's not guaranteed that you have to live with it. But as long as you're alive, you have to live with yourself. You have to. So it don't really make sense to get in a bad spot with your own self. Like, you can't be beefing with yourself, bro. Like, that is so not healthy, bro, for real. Like, and it probably take years off your life, bro, because if you have a problem with yourself, man, you always gonna have a problem. You're always going to have a problem. You're never gonna really be happy if you have a problem with yourself, because you can't get away from yourself. You're always gonna be you. So if you really have a problem with yourself, then try to figure out, what do you not like about yourself? What is so bad to you about yourself that it gets you down every day? Because depression, it don't come and go. It's there every day. It might not be there throughout the day, but when you go to sleep and you by yourself, all the smoke and mirrors is off. If you a female, you got your makeup off. If you a dude, you got your nice outfit and your chains is off. You a dude, you got your Jordans, they off now. You in the bed, you by yourself, everything that you use to make yourself feel good or cover up for whatever you feel like you are lacking, when all that stuff is gone away and you by yourself, then you're gonna start feeling down again because you don't like yourself. So you have to figure out, what do you not like about yourself? And here's the reason why so many people don't like themselves today. Because you'll notice that it's very common for people to not like themselves, but it's because you're always too busy trying to be somebody that you're not. Because I talked about this in my other video, but I don't know if it's posted or not. So I'm not going to say what video that is. If it's not posted, I don't want to... Anyways, so everybody is driven by social media, and they're so busy trying to do what they see done on social media. They keep letting social media dictate who they are. You let your friends dictate who you are. You let your family dictate who you are. You let how you grew up or where you grew up dictate who you are. That don't even make sense. Excuse me. You have to figure out what you like, who you want to be. And that's what you have to work towards. And that's what you have to do. Do the things you like. Don't do something because you've seen it on social media. If you always live for somebody else, you're never going to like yourself. Because you got to live for yourself, man. Because it's your life. Yeah, it's cool to make other people happy and make them feel good. But at the end of the day, you need to figure out what you want and what you want to do, and you need to do that. And if you're depressed because of like a death or something, just know that your depression is only temporary. While you're going through it, it's gonna suck, but it's only temporary. Once enough time passes, you'll be cool. Just do stuff that makes you happy, man. Do stuff that you enjoy doing. Do stuff to take your mind. This could fall in with all types of depression, really, but if you're depressed with something that doesn't have to do with not liking yourself, because if you're depressed with something that involves, if you're depressed with not liking yourself, if that's what's causing your depression, then you need to deal with that as soon as possible. You don't need to live another second without fixing that issue. You always need to love yourself. Always. But you can't love yourself if you don't even know who you are. If you were depressed because of a breakup, so let's break this down. break it down. Sorry. Anyways, if you broke up with the person because they were cheating on you, they're not worth your time. They're not worth your depression. They're not worth your feelings. And no, that doesn't mean that that doesn't mean that you're not enough. And it doesn't mean that they found somebody better than you. That just means that they don't have their priorities straight and they still feel like being a child. You shouldn't want to go, darn it. Darn it. Stop it. You shouldn't want to go with somebody that's childish. So it's good that y'all broke up, so you don't have to deal with the child anymore. Go get you somebody who's not a child. Now, if you broke up just like maybe because it got boring over time, well, you shouldn't be depressed about that. If you broke up, if they just broke up with you out of nowhere and you don't know why they broke up with you. Maybe they were going through something and they just wanted to eliminate all types of distractions out of their life so they could just focus on themselves or something. You can't be mad at that. And if you're just missing them as a person, try to still hang out with them or something. But If you miss their time, you miss their company, you miss them, and if you try to hang out with them or something, like just as a friend, and they not trying to do that, then it's time for you to move on. Because you miss the old them. They have turned into a new person now. So the person that you miss doesn't even exist anymore. So if you miss somebody and you try to hang out with them, or you do hang out with them, you know that something is off, like they sad or they down on themselves or something like that, there's nothing you can do about that. And don't try to bring the old them back. Maybe they're evolving into a new, better person. Evolving takes steps, bro. It's not good. It don't just automatically happen good. It starts off bad, and then it gets good in the end. So they're going through their process of becoming a new person. You might not even like the new them. So you're looking for the old them. Don't. Just find somebody else that you like. So don't let that bother you. Don't let that get you down. Just know that it's just time to move on. Depression became a big thing because all these medical fields and all this, everything, it's like 50 different genders, all right? So it's like everything has to have a scientific term where they try to break down what goes on in your brain. But you can't get through life without being depressed. You can't. Stuff is going to happen that you don't want to happen. Stuff is going to happen that's going to get you down a lot, probably every day. But that's how life works. There's nothing close to perfect about life. You're never going to eliminate all of your problems in life. The only way that you eliminate all your problems is if you die. But then again, if you die, you've eliminated all the good stuff in your life too. Just got nothing. A whole nother problem would be though if you died and then you went to hell. It's a pretty big problem. You wouldn't want to deal with that. Then again, if you died and went to heaven, that's perfect. But how did you die? Did you die from killing yourself because you're depressed? Because if you die from killing yourself because you're depressed, you're going to hell. And whatever problems you think you got on earth ain't nothing compared to going to hell. So, you know what I mean? Don't want to go down that road. So, this video not going to be too long. Well, not too long. It's 10 minutes. It's like an average video. Anyways, to wrap it all up, man. Time heals all wounds. That's true. Whatever's going on in your life, just, if it's something that you have to deal with every day, like if your mom or somebody's abusive or something towards you, and you can't no way get out of that situation, and you have to deal with it, just come to terms. The biggest thing is when people have problems that they have to deal with, they don't come to terms with the problems. They never go face to face with the problem and just sit down and be like, okay, you're my problem. They never do that. They just be like, I have a problem. I have a problem. They never really come to terms with what the problem is. So whatever's going on in your life, you look it in the face and you analyze that problem. You figure out what is that problem. Figure out why the problem exists. Figure out how the problem operates. And once you figure this stuff out, it will tell you how to handle the problem. But you will never know how to handle the problem if you don't even go put in the effort to figure out what the problem is. A lot of people, when they sitting at night thinking, or if you just in your feelings and you're just depressed, you're thinking about all these different problems. You just think about it like, my car's not working. Okay. And then let's say you're depressed about your car not working. And you just sitting there like, man, how I'm gonna get to work? How I'm gonna do this? How I'm gonna do that? My car is broke. My car is broke. That's not gonna fix anything. But if you sit there and you say, dang, my car is not working. It won't even, the key, I'm turning the key, it won't even turn on. Okay. Why isn't it turning on? Nothing is turning on. Well, if I turn the key and nothing is even turned on, maybe it's the battery. Even the lights won't turn on, that gotta be the battery. Now you can know what you have to deal with. See, you might know you have a problem, but you don't even know what the problem is unless you actually think about it and not just think about the fact that you have a problem. The first thing, here's a skill that you need to learn. And I'm going to end with this because I don't really feel like making a 30-minute video. Everybody, you can use this for anything in the world. Any problem that could ever exist, you can use this for it. Everybody. Start using this. This will help you out a lot in life. This will really help you get through life. Any problem you have, automatically, the first thing you need to start trying to figure out is how to solve it. Don't think about why. Wait, I told you to think about all this stuff. Think about that later. But you might think about why or how the problem happened or all this stuff. Well, all that stuff will help you figure out how to figure out the problem. But still, your main goal, if you do end up thinking about why or how, those are steps that you take to figure out freaking how to fix it. Your first, I didn't say that very smoothly, but I still think I'm getting my point across. Whenever you get a problem, from now on, in closing, darn it, whenever you get a problem, no matter what the problem is, figure out how to solve it. And then actually work towards solving the problem. For real. Like, so it's crazy. You'll be surprised how many people don't even try to solve their problems. They'll know what the problem is, know how to solve it, and then just stop right there. Like, they won't even act on solving it. Solve your problems, man. Figure out how to fix them. You don't need to be depressed. Because if you're depressed, bro, and if it goes on for a long time, you get into a slump. And you just get used to being depressed. And that's not how life is supposed to work, man. You're not supposed to be down like that. Especially not down on yourself if you're down on yourself. So if you down on yourself, man, you got to figure out what do you not like about yourself. And then you need to stop doing that. All right, man. Here's your receipt for everything I just told you. Wait, I didn't tell you to subscribe and stuff. So, listen, hey, stay or don't, whatever. Hey, how y'all doing? Again, it's me again. Subscribe to my channel. You really should do that. It's a perfect channel, beautiful channel. It's not perfect. Well, it's pretty close. Anyways, you should subscribe to my channel for real. Like this video, please, and turn on the bell so you can know when I post. Cause you never know when I post, so you should want to know when I post. So yeah, but yeah, tell your friends about me. Yeah, okay, here we go. Hey. You know how they say lights out? Lights on.